Hi, my name is Dubois. Welcome back to another week in my Criterion closet. Last week I covered some of the seminal horror films, being that it's October and we're ramping up to Halloween. This week I want to kind of cover the spillovers that maybe don't cleanly fit within the horror genre but are still amazing thrillers and chillers, and you should definitely check them out. First, 1988, George Sluize, if I'm saying that correctly, The Vanishing. Absolutely critical thriller. Uses very hyper-realistic, almost documentary style, charting kind of the meeting of a couple and then the woman's disappearance. Everything builds very banal-like until an ending that will sucker punch you. Ranks amongst the all-time great endings in all of cinema. Franju's Eyes Without a Face, 1959. Now, to be fair, it's been maybe 15 years since I've seen this, but I remember this kind of oscillation between dreamlike surrealism and hyperrealism in an operating room, and images in here in regards to the young girl at the film center that will haunt you. Okay, now I'm going to do another twofer. This is De Palma. Hitchcockian acolyte, but I hate to frame him that way because it makes it sound as if his work is entirely derivative and secondary. And then you watch 1980's Dressed to Kill and 1981's Blowout, a great double feature, by the way, and it smacks you how incredible this filmmaker is at orchestrating these labyrinthine sequences that guide the viewer. He almost always has wordless sequences where the music crescendos and the subject is voyeuristically followed through either a chase scene in a museum or an elevator, or here at the political rally with the fireworks going off behind. These two films in particular, Dressed to Kill and Blowout, they definitely have hallmarks of the films that inspired him. Notably, in Dressed to Kill, you have aspects of Psycho, even Vertigo. In Blowout, this is much more an Antonioni blow up type of reference. But regardless, let the influences seep in. Immerse yourself in De Palma. You will not be sorry. Henry George Clouzot, Diabolique, 1954. I was talking about Hitchcock before with De Palma. I believe Hitchcock was directly inspired by this French film for his work in Psycho. This crisp black and white photography, again, almost hyper-realistic approach to telling its story. And then right up there with The Vanishing, an ending that stays with you. Bathtub is all I'm going to say. And also, similar to The Vanishing, both Diabolique and The Vanishing received 90s remakes from American filmmakers. Stay away from both. Okay. For the final two, I'm going to be pushing outside of horror, thrillers, and chillers, but I think you'll still see the thread that connects these films. I want to go back in time to 1946 with Cocteau's Beauty and the Beast. Most folks are probably familiar with the Disney version, and look, I have nothing bad to say about Disney's Beauty and the Beast. It's an amazing animated film. I just remember arms holding candelabras in the walls, the makeup of the beast itself, that poetic romanticism that sweeps across the characters, the remote countryside, castle location, stunning work, and pioneering for the 40s for sure. And then lastly, what would Halloween be without a comedy? I Married a Witch, René Clair, 1942. This was my introduction to Veronica Lake, and instantly, I don't care who you are, instantly you will fall in love with her. Beyond that, I was wildly surprised at the effects, the floating smoke that symbolized the characters moving through kind of space and time. But it is riotously funny, a little bit bawdy, and just a really good time. I'm pretty sure this one's on HBO Max right now. It's not a terrible family film either, especially by today's standards. Do yourself a favor. You probably never thought of I Married a Witch. It's an hour and a half of really good fun. Check it out.